you've been thinking about moving to Vail, Arizona, you'll want to stick around because today we're going to take you around one of Vail's largest master plan communities, show you everything it has to offer, and see if it's a good fit for you.
Let's go.
Welcome back, or if you're new to this channel and you want to learn everything from A to Z about living in Tucson, AZ, then click subscribe and tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Tucson, Arizona. Hi, I'm Jennifer Smith, and this is my husband,
Dustin Smith.
And we've helped hundreds of people just like you move to
and from
Tucson, Arizona. So whether you're moving in 12 days, 12 weeks, 12 months, we've got you covered. Give us a call, shoot us a text or an email, and let us help you make that smooth move to Tucson, Arizona. All right, so as we mentioned, we are over here today checking out one of Vail's largest master plan communities, which is going to be Del Lago. Now, Del Lago, there is a golf course that is part of this community, but overall it kind of winds throughout this section of Vail right here. So you'll have a majority of the community here around the golf course, but then you'll also have some across the street that are on some more acreage, but we'll get into that a little bit more. As far as where it's located, Del Lago is north of I-10 and we are southeast of Tucson, but we're in such a great location right here, close to a newer Safeway that's been built in the last couple years. You have access to the golf course restaurant over here. You have some fast food options as well as some other dining options. And then we're really close to Rita Ranch as well, which is where a lot of people go, more of a commercial area, as well as additional residential, all part of the Vail School District, of course. And they're gonna have more options over there as far as like a Fry's, another Safeway, Walmart. They just built a Home Depot over there. So just a lot of amenities nearby this community, which is what draws a lot of people to this area.
Oh yeah, you're definitely going to be commuting out to the Rita Ranch area for some of those, other projects. And there's just so much to do out here for recreation. Jennifer mentioned the golf course. The golf course is beautiful. Do you remember how many holes are on this? You used to play, right?
It's 18.
It's an 18-hole golf course, right?
Yes, right now they actually have half of it closed while they revamp, so they're doing 9 holes at a time. So the part behind us, a little ways off in the background, is pretty green. The other part's a little died off just a little bit, but they're fixing that for the winter.
Yep, and then this part of Vail is really close to the Raincon Mountains, which is SWO National Park, and there's several points to access the trails that go out into SWO National Park too. So that's right out your back door. And of course, Tucson has a huge cycling community, so there's cycling trails out here, and it's a little bit cooler than Tucson. It's a little bit more enjoyable to, go out and cycle and not get burned by some of that, scorching Tucson summer heat.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget about Cienega Preserve Pantano Wash area.
That's
over
right.
here.
Yes. So actually what's kind of neat, and not a lot of people take advantage of this, and maybe most people won't, but about a mile upstream, or what would be upstream of the Pantano Wash, if there was any water running in it, is Cienega Creek. So Cienega Creek would dump into the Pantano Wash, but most of the time that's pretty dry too. But if there is any water in it, it usually stops where the creek meets the wash right there. And a lot of that actually is used by the golf course community right here too. So a little trickle of it goes to the water company and gets used for the community.
Absolutely.
But it's gorgeous when you get in there. There's huge trees, another temperature drop. It's just like a complete change of environment, and it's really only 1 mile up the stream.
More wildlife that you'll see too, which you will actually get over here with the golf course and all the open desert area around Del Lago. You may see some rattlesnakes, some scorpions, spiders kind of stuff, but the fun things to see, we like seeing the javelina. Don't try to go up and pet them. They are wild. Stay away from their babies. And they do like trash. And actually, like right over bordering this community is one of the main roads that goes up to Old Spanish Trail, which is Camino, Loma, Alta. And I actually had a deer T-bone me over there. And yes, it was the deer, and it was not me.
True story. Jumped out, hit the side of her truck.
Yes, I could not get out the driver's side. I had to call out the passenger. So
and she's not the only one.
So yes, you will definitely get wildlife in this area. Maybe the occasional bobcat as well, but they're fun to see. Just don't try to pet them. All right, now as far as housing in this master plan community, you're gonna have a lot of, it's more of the tract home subdivisions within here. So, anywhere from like 0.1 acre lots. And then as you get into that area we were talking about across the street, some of those are acre lots, which is really nice if you're looking to spread out a little bit more. You will get into that higher price point. But in here really ranges currently about built homes that are built 2002 up to some brand new new construction that they did in the area, a couple different builders that are just wrapping up in here too. So probably 2024 is going to be the newest homes that you'll find in here. You'll find a range of single story and 2-story homes as well. If you're looking for a 2-car garage, 3-car garage, or gated community, you can usually find that in here. If you're looking for something where you can build like a guest house or an extra garage, that section of Del Lago we were talking about across the street, where they get into those more like custom acre lots, just a few more options as far as that goes. And then price range, what's on the market currently, lowest right around 290, so the upper 200 range is what you're going to find. It's going to be a little bit on the smaller side, up to the most expensive house currently on the market, which is currently $765,000, again just for this Del Lago community.
Yeah, it's really an outlier. You don't see a lot in the high sevens, but they'll occasionally pop up and they're going to stand out.
And that house is also 4,200 square feet, so hence why it's so high. Most of the time it's going to be 600 and under, so mainly like 300 to 600 in this community.
Yeah, double, almost triple the size of a lot of the homes around here.
Absolutely. So let's go check out some of the subdivisions and show you what some of the subdivisions and homes have to offer as far as the price point goes.
All right, let's go.
All right, so for this first house, we wanted to show you what you can get kind of at that starting point of the overall price range for the Del Lago community. So the house behind us is currently listed at $345,000. With that, you're going to get 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,805 square feet, and the house was built in 2005. Now this particular subdivision is called High Plains Ranch. It's a really cute subdivision, like just very quiet. I mean, of course there's a neighbor over here that's landscaping their front yard, but everybody seems to have maintained their yards very well in the subdivision. It feels very nice driving in here.
Yeah, it's like one main little street that comes through here, and then a series of cul-de-sacs off of that street, and then it cuts back out. It loops back to the main Rancho Del Lago road. So overall, all the homes are set up in here to be quiet. A lot of them have mountain views. I mean, this one in particular is kind of facing away from the mountains in the backyard, but from the front right here, we're looking out. We can see the Raincon Mountains pretty nicely. Yeah. And there's no homes at the end of the cul-de-sac, so it all opens up when you're facing out that direction.
Absolutely. And we're still pretty close to the golf course right here. So if you are into golf, you can have your golf cart and just drive up there real quick with your clubs and start playing.
And a lot of people do. Well, this was 0.13 acres right here too, right?
Yeah.
So little bit of space.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that helps with being kind of towards the end of the cul-de-sac right here. So as you get to the end of the cul-de-sac, you'll have a little bit bigger lots right there. But overall, very similar what you're going to find in this section of Del Lago.
Yeah, let's go check out some more.
All right, so for the second house, we wanted to take you into one of the gated subdivisions. We mentioned that there's a couple here. This one is Wingview, and very, very nice community. As you drive through here, you'll just notice the houses have, even though they're tract homes, they still have a little bit more character, and you can get single stories, 2 stories, 2-car garage, 3-car garage, so a lot of different options. Now this house behind me here is currently listed at $480,000, so we definitely stepped up in price, but with that we're also going to step up in size of the house and size of the lot. So this one is 2242 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and it was built in 2002. We're also situated on 0.22 acres, almost a quarter acre there, right?
That's a lot of twos right there.
Yeah, I know.
So the home has been well cared for. I actually showed this one the other day, and it has upgraded flooring in it. It has newer paint. They've done two-tone paints throughout it. Right when you walk in, there's a huge, great room, and to the right, you have the dining room and the kitchen, kind of separate room. So, you know, kind of speaking as to like the 2002 home where you would have like the designated dining room in there. And then you have, you know, a beautiful back patio too, with access from both the dining room and from the primary bedroom. And it kind of creates like a cove to help protect you from the wind right there, but still give you like this open feeling in the backyard. They do have real grass back there. They also have fruit trees. And on that side of the home over there, there was like riprap up against the wall to help retain the wall. They built up a planter box and actually did grapevines that go all the way through into the tree over there. So pretty. Yeah, they've done a great job over here. Yeah. And, you know, in my opinion, some of the lots in this subdivision are just like unbeatable compared to anywhere else in Del Lago. So the community, the subdivision does have a community pool, and it's a nice community pool. It's got a covered ramada. It's got gas barbecues there, restrooms, and it's just for people within this subdivision. And on the way over there, you'll see too, like a couple of the streets actually branch off along hilltops. So both the homes on the left and the right side of the street are going to have hills on their backyard, so they don't have any rear neighbors, and they just have views as far as the eyes can see. They sit kind of over other parts of the golf course or above other homes too. So almost all of those homes are just going to have view fencing to take advantage of those views, and they're closer to the community pool. I mean, from right here too, it'd probably take you, you know, a nice hot 10 to 15 minute walk.
Absolutely, but those ones are going to be a little bit closer. We actually had a client that bought a house on one of those streets that Dustin's talking about, and you just walk into the backyard and you could see the golf course and the Raincon Mountains, and it was just so pretty. And the way that it was situated, like they just had like their own little oasis back there and a quick 2-minute walk to the community pool right there. So depending on, you know, if that is important to you or not, you may want to look for one of those houses that's situated up on one of those ridges and close to the access. If not, like if you're looking for just something that's just very nice backyard, just nice curb appeal, something like this is a very, very good option in here. Yeah, if you're interested in Del Lago, it's definitely worth kind of, you know, going to see what's available right here in Wingview. Absolutely. All right, let's head to our last one, which we're excited to show you, and features a little bit more property. Let's go. All right, so to wrap up the day, we are over here at house number 3. This is that subdivision of Del Lago we were talking about, where the homes are sitting on a little bit more property. So the house behind me is currently listed at $654,900, but with that, you're gonna get 3682 square feet. It is a 2-story with 3-car garage. It features 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and this house was a little bit newer, being built in 2006. Now, this is one of those hillside homes, so not the full acre is usable right here, and they've done view fencing in the back so they can look down between the hills back there, little highway for wildlife. And because we're a little bit further to the south over here, a little bit more like upstream for the like Pantana Wash, we're a lot closer to that like Cienega Creek point where they meet up. So we're almost about a half a mile away from there now. And I don't even know if there's any trails that go from up here, but it's going to be a spot where you do get more wildlife because there's more water up that way. Yeah. Now, one of the things people either love or hate, I don't mind it, and I've never noticed it when we are inside these houses, is we're a little bit closer to the train tracks right here. So the train tracks are just north of I-10, and then this subdivision is just north of those as well. Yeah, and it really depends on what you have between you and the tracks. I mean, you could be
pretty far away from those tracks, and if there's nothing to muffle the noise before it comes in contact with you, it's going to be quite loud. But a lot of people that I know that have lived in the area have either embraced the trains or just don't notice them at all.
Yeah, especially after a while. Like, you may notice it when you're first over here looking at homes, for instance, and you move in and be like, what train? So definitely some great views from here. A little more property if you're not looking to be, you know, as close to your neighbors. You'll definitely have a lot of options within Del Lago. And something we didn't bring up too is there's also a 55 and up active adult community in there of Del Webb. So really a little bit of everything.
Oh,
in
we've
the
done
Del
a video
Lago.
on that one before.
Yeah, actually, yeah, check out our video. We did cover that in our active adult community video as well. So.
Oh, this house, before we forget, newer ACs.
Oh yeah.
Owned solar, so they've done some bells and whistles. They've been taking care of it. Yeah, built-in barbecue in the backyard. It's just, it's a fully landscaped backyard too. At least the part of it that is within the fencing. Yeah,
and this is actually the same subdivision that features that most expensive house in the Del Lago community that we were talking about, being $760,000, I believe, but also like 4,200 square feet. So a lot of options just in this particular subdivision of Del Lago. You know, depending on size, single story, 2-story, 2-car, 3-car garage, half an acre, over an acre. So a lot of really good options here. All right, so thank you for sticking around with us today while we toured the beautiful master plan community of Rancho Del Lago in Vail, Arizona. If you or anyone you know is thinking about moving to or from either Vail or anywhere in the Tucson area or around the Tucson area, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text or an email so we can help you make that smooth move. And if you have any comments about this this video, this area, make sure you drop them below. We would love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, please make sure that you subscribe and tap that bell for notifications so we can keep you updated on the current market in Tucson, Arizona.
Look forward to seeing you on the next video.